Uncontrolled mind. Your mind is like a wild horse, powerful, full of potential, but running wild and free. That untamed horse can take you places, sure, but more often than not, it's going to lead you into trouble. It'll run you off cliffs, into thorny bushes, or leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere. That's exactly what an uncontrolled mind does to your life. You see, your mind, when left unchecked, becomes a breeding ground for fear, doubt, and negativity. It creates problems that don't exist, magnifies small issues into insurmountable obstacles, and convinces you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough to achieve your dreams. You are not your mind. You are the thinker of the thoughts. You are the rider of that wild horse. And it's high time you took the reins. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But preacher, my mind is just too strong. I can't control it into that. I say, hogwash, your mind is a tool. And like any tool, it can be mastered with practice and persistence. Let me tell you a story. Back in my day, we had this old radio in our house. We would pick up all sorts of stations, some good, some bad, some just plain noisy. Now, imagine if we just let that radio play whatever came through, day and night. We'd be subjected to a cacophony of sounds, most of which we didn't want to hear. That's what an uncontrolled mind is like. It's tuning into every frequency: fear, anxiety, self-doubt, criticism, and blasting it at full volume. But here's the thing, just like that old radio had a tuning dial, your mind has one too. It's called focus. When you learn to focus your mind, you're essentially turning that dial, tuning out the noise and holding it on the stations that serve you, the stations of positivity, of faith, of possibility. Oh, now, I'm not saying it's easy. Oh, no. Controlling your mind is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do. But it's also the most rewarding when you master your mind. Aware of our thoughts, aware of our mental patterns. Most people go through life on autopilot, letting their minds run the show. They're like passengers in their own lives, being driven around by a crazy, reckless driver of their uncontrolled mind. But you, my friend, you're going to be different. From this day forward, you're going to start paying attention. When a negative thought comes up, don't just accept it. Question it. Is this thought serving me? Is it true? Is it helpful? This awareness is like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly you can see all the clutter, all the mess that's been accumulating in your mind. And once you can see it, you can start to clean it up. But awareness alone isn't enough. You need to cultivate this awareness consistently. It's not a one-time thing, it's a practice, a habit that you need to develop. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply observe your thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't try to change them. Just watch them. You'll be amazed at what you discover. You might find that your mind is constantly worrying about the future, or replaying past mistakes, or criticizing yourself and others. As you become more aware, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe you always think negatively about yourself in certain situations. Maybe you have a habit of catastrophizing, always imagining the worst possible outcome. These patterns are the roots of your uncontrolled mind. But remember, awareness is just the first step. It's like diagnosing a disease. It's crucial, but it's not the cure. The cure comes with the next steps. We need to practice mindfulness. Now, I know that word might sound a bit new age to some of you. But stick with me. Mindfulness is simply the practice of being present in the moment. It's about focusing on what's happening right now, rather than getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. You can start small. Take a few minutes each day to just sit quietly and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, and it will gently bring it back to your breath. This simple practice is like lifting weights for your mind. It strengthens your ability to focus and control your thoughts. Now, some of you might be thinking, but preacher, I don't have time to sit around focusing on my breath. I have things to do. And I hear you. Life is busy. But here's the thing, mindfulness doesn't have to be a separate activity. You can practice it while you're doing other things. When you're eating, really taste your food. Feel the texture. Savor the flavors when you're walking. Feel your feet touching the ground. Notice the air on your skin. The sounds around you when you're talking to someone. Really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak, but truly hear what they're saying. This kind of mindfulness does two things. First, it trains your mind to focus. And second, it helps you fully experience and appreciate your life. You'll find that when you're truly present, a lot of your worries and negative thoughts just disappear. But mindfulness isn't just about the good times. It's also about being present with difficult emotions and experiences. When you're feeling anxious or angry or sad, don't run from these feelings. Don't try to numb them or push them away. Instead, observe them mindfully. Notice where you feel these emotions in your body. Are your shoulders tense? Is your chest tight? Is your stomach churning? By observing these sensations without judgment, you create a little space between yourself and your emotions. You realize that you are not your feelings. You are the awareness that experiences these feelings. This is a powerful realization. It means that no matter what you're feeling, no matter what thoughts are running through your head, there's a part of you that remains calm and undisturbed. Like the deep ocean that remains still even when there's a storm on the surface. We need to fill our minds with positivity. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't actively plant good seeds, weeds will grow. And let me tell you, the weeds of negativity grow fast and they grow strong. So, start your day with positive affirmations. Read uplifting books. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and challenge you to be better. Guard your mind like it's the most precious thing you own, because it is. I'm not talking about some kind of fake positivity where you pretend everything is perfect and nothing bad ever happens. That's not realistic. And it's not helpful. I'm talking about a grounded, authentic positivity. One that acknowledges challenges but believes in your ability to overcome them. Start each day by affirming who you are and what you're capable of. Look in the mirror and say, I am capable, I am worthy, I am strong. It might feel silly at first, but stick with it. Your mind believes what you tell it repeatedly. And be careful about what you feed your mind throughout the day. The information you consume, the conversations you have, the shows you watch, all of these are food for your mind. Are you feeding your mind junk food? Or are you giving it a balanced, nutritious diet? Be particularly mindful of the people you spend time with. You've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. If you're surrounded by negative people who are always complaining and never taking action to improve their lives, guess what? That negativity is going to rub off on you. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with positive, motivated people who are always growing and pushing themselves, you'll find yourself naturally becoming more positive and motivated too. You can't just passively absorb positivity from others. You need to actively contribute to creating a positive environment. Be the person who lifts others up. Be the one who finds solutions instead of just complaining about problems. When you put positivity out into the world, it comes back to you multiplied. We need to take action. An uncontrolled mind loves inaction. It thrives in the realm of what ifs and if onlys. But action is kryptonite to negative thinking. When you take action, you prove to yourself that you're not a victim of your thoughts. You show your mind who's boss. When your mind tells you you can't do that, you do it anyway. When it says you're not good enough, you go out and improve yourself. Action creates a positive feedback loop. When you take action, you build confidence. When you have more confidence, you're more likely to take action. It's a virtuous cycle that can completely transform your life. You can't wait until you feel ready to take action. If you wait until you feel completely confident and prepared, you'll be waiting forever. The secret is to start before you feel ready. Take that first step, even if it's small. Want to start a business, but your mind is telling you you're not ready. Start small. Do some market research. Write a business plan. Talk to potential customers. Each small action will build your confidence and silence those doubting voices in your head. Scared of public speaking, but need to do it for your career. Start by speaking up more in meetings. Then maybe join a local speaking club. Then volunteer to give a presentation at work. Gradually, you build your skills and your confidence. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and taking action anyway. And every time you do this, you're showing your mind that you're in control, not your fears. Now, I want to address something important here. Some of you might be thinking, but preacher, I have real problems. It's not just in my head, and you're right. Life can be tough. We face real challenges, real obstacles. Your uncontrolled mind will make those problems 10 times worse than they actually are. It will blow them out of proportion. It will paralyze you with fear. It'll convince you that there's no way out. On the other hand, a controlled mind will help you see opportunities in your challenges. It'll give you the courage to face your problems head on. It'll remind you of your strength, your resilience, your ability to overcome. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And how you react is determined by your mind. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people who lose their jobs. The first person, with an uncontrolled mind, spirals into despair. I'm a failure, they think. I will never find another job. My life is over. And because they believe these thoughts, they don't even try to find new opportunities. The second person, with a controlled mind, sees things differently. This is a setback, they think. But it's also an opportunity. Maybe I can finally start that business I've been dreaming about. Or maybe I'll find an even better job. And because they believe these thoughts, they take action, they persevere. And more often than not, they succeed. That's the power of a controlled mind. It's not about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing how you interpret and respond to reality. Now, controlling your mind doesn't mean you'll never feel negative emotions. That's not realistic or even desirable. Emotions like fear, anger, and sadness have their place. They can motivate us, protect us, help us empathize with others. The goal isn't to eliminate these emotions. The goal is to not let these emotions control you. To feel the fear but not let it paralyze you. To feel the anger but not let it make you act rashly. To feel the sadness but not let it define you. This is where another powerful tool comes in meditation. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about meditation. You might think it's some kind of mystical practice that's not for you. But let me tell you, meditation is simply a way to train your mind. Just like you go to the gym to train your body, meditation is how you train your mind. It's how you develop the mental muscles to stay calm in the face of stress. To focus when there are distractions. To make clear decisions when emotions are running high. You don't need any special equipment to meditate. You don't need to sit in a special position or chant any mantras. All you need is a few minutes in a quiet place. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, and it will gently bring it back to your breath. That's it. That's meditation. It might seem simple, even boring at first, but stick with it. Over time, you'll start to notice changes. You'll find it easier to focus. You'll be less reactive to stress. You'll have more control over your thoughts and emotions. And here's something else meditation can help with: self-awareness. As you sit quietly observing your thoughts, you'll start to notice patterns. You'll become aware of the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs that shape your perception of the world. Some of these stories and beliefs might be serving you well, but others might be holding you back. They might be limiting your potential, keeping you stuck in patterns that no longer serve you. For example, maybe you have a belief that you're not good with money. Every time you think about your finances, this belief pops up, causing stress and anxiety. But is this belief really true? Or is it just a story you've been telling yourself? When you become aware of these limiting beliefs, you can start to challenge them. You can look for evidence that contradicts them. You can choose to adopt new, more empowering beliefs. This is the power of a controlled mind. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about clear thinking. It's about seeing reality as it truly is, not as your fears or limiting beliefs paint it to be. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, that sounds great, but my mind is just too negative. I've been this way for years. It's too late for me to that. I say balderdash. It's never too late to take control of your mind. Your brain has this amazing ability called neuroplasticity. It can form new neural pathways, new ways of thinking. At any age, you're never too old, too set in your ways, or too far gone to change your mind. And this is a big, but it takes work. It takes consistency. It takes commitment. You can't just decide one day to control your mind and expect it to happen overnight. It's a daily practice, a lifelong journey. You don't brush your teeth once and expect them to stay clean forever, do you? No, you brush them every day, maybe even multiple times a day. Controlling your mind is the same way. It's a habit you need to cultivate every single day. Start your day by setting your mental agenda. Before you even get out of bed, decide what kind of thoughts you're going to entertain that day. Are you going to focus on problems or solutions? On what you lack or what you have? On your weaknesses or your strengths? Throughout the day, be a gatekeeper for your mind. Don't let every thought that pops up take residence in your head. Evaluate each thought. Is it helping you or hurting you? Is it moving you closer to your goals or further away? And at the end of the day, review. How did you do? Where did you let negative thoughts slip in? How can you do better tomorrow? I'm not saying you'll never have a negative thought again. That's not realistic. Negative thoughts will come. But when you're in control of your mind, you decide whether those thoughts get to stay. It's like this: you can't stop birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest in your hair. In the same way, you can't stop negative thoughts from popping up, but you can stop them from taking root in your mind. One powerful technique for dealing with negative thoughts is to practice cognitive reframing. This is a fancy term for looking at situations from a different perspective. For example, let's say you make a mistake at work. your uncontrolled mind might immediately jump to thoughts like, I'm such an idiot. I'm going to get fired. I'm a failure, but with cognitive reframing. You can choose to look at the situation differently. You might think, mistakes happen to everyone. This is an opportunity to learn and improve. How can I fix this and prevent it from happening again? Do you see the difference?
Okay. We still have another like 10 minutes and change on this video. So, but we have to end it here today. So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So,
Morning again, Miss Novlet.
morning. So, Mr. CJ, you can take it away and do the welcome. Oh, wait, before you go. So I will post this in the chat for those if you wanna. Does anyone want a copy of this video?
Yes.
Okay, so I will go ahead and post it in the chat and you can finish it. But I believe it's a great video.
Great one.
They all are, but
Yeah.
our mind, we have to remember that that subconscious mind is the one that rules, but we can take control of our mind and let it play what we want instead of it just playing whatever we have picked up over the years, because that's what happened. Even for myself, you're trying to focus on something and then something else pops up. Or what I notice, I'm trying to pray, and then in the middle of me trying to pray, something else is playing in my mind. So we really have to, and as I always say, this is Dr. Miles Monroe, he's a pastor. So even though he has not mentioned God, he's all about God in everything that he does. So I will post it in the chat now. And Mrs. CJ, you can go ahead.
Good morning, Novlet.
Good morning.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Novlet?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Momentum Mornings. We do this every day of the week, Mondays to Fridays. We start 9:45 thereabouts, our pregame. The early bird catches the worm, they say. So we do this every morning, the early bird pregame. And we talk about wellness. Every morning, we talk about Atomy, its products, its compensation plan, the culture. Better Mornings is designed to help us to win, to overcome the hurdles, the pain, the obstacles, and the distractions that life throws at us. I look forward to Momentum Morning every morning, and I thank Novlet, and I thank Nick, my wonderful, illustrious co-host, as we do this thing. We don't get paid, but we surely love what we do. And we pour out from our heart to help everyone to get your business on the way, to rebrand, relaunch, if that's the word. And for those of us who are not in the business of Atomy, to launch your business. We do a lot of heavy lifting here. And so this morning, and I thank you, Novlet, controlling the mind, getting the mind right. It is so vital. It is so necessary. The mind, a powerful tool. And so we do this inspirational thing every now and then. So if there's anyone that is new on the call this morning, and I'm purposefully going a little bit slow right now because something happened, Novlet, to me on Friday as we shared that video, that inspirational video from Miles Monroe. Again, may his soul rest in peace. You know, Miles is gone, and Jim Rohn is also gone. Wonderful, wonderful leaders in the industry. And they came, they did what they had to do, and they have left with us the legacy of wonderful motivational tools. So on Friday, now that we did the video there with do these things for 3 days, and I urge everyone to go into the Atomy Momentum Morning Chat, find it, and make sure we all give it a listen, because it's powerful. And I really spent my entire weekend using those 3 days to get into death, burial, and resurrection. There indeed is something significant about 3 days novelet. And I decided that, let me do this thing. And so I got into just cleaning my mind, into affirmations. It was like a 3-day fast. And so I went deep into those words in the Bible and motivational tools, and it was great. It was great. I really, really urge everyone to develop your mindset. It's a habit, and we're going to have a conversation this morning. And this particular inspirational message that you're sharing this morning, now, it deserves an encore. We need to complete it. I don't know if it can be done this morning, but we'll have to do it again, because if your mind is not right, it makes no sense you even tackle Atomy. Not even the landscape of wellness, it starts in your mind. Before you even become a product of the product, you've got to get your mind right and keep it right. So let me welcome, therefore, anyone who is new to the Momentum Morning space. Yes, if you're new, if you feel like you like to just introduce yourself, we're going to welcome you just to unmute. Tell us your name, who invited you, and we want you to feel welcome, because really it's a family affair. And then after that, we're going to have a little conversation this morning. We want to talk about wellness. We really want to explore the world of wellness. What is it? What are we doing here? This engagement, morning after morning after morning. Is it just about the products that we talk about in Atomy? What is this? What are we doing? So we're going to ask a question, and before we open up the mics, just think about it, because we're going to have a conversation. Novlet, myself, Nick, we really, really welcome interaction, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's not about Novlet, it's not about Nick, and it definitely is not about CJ. We are here to help all of us to win, to accomplish our masterships, to make money, and to be relevant to the world around us. So, without any further ado, oh, by the way, shall we just quickly, Novlet, if you can just throw up the motto on the screen, we'll all unmute, and we'll declare in the most intentional way our motto, what we are committed to, and then we will invite whoever is new to introduce yourself, and then we will definitely have a conversation about wellness. Are you there, Noblet?
Hello. Hi, this is Shari. I'm Atomy representative.
Shari?
I'm not my first time announcing my name, but I've been watching every now and then. But I sure enjoyed the Momentum Morning when I do get on. It's very educational.
Yes. Thank you, Sherry.
you.
We really appreciate that. And you know, we say to you, continue, own it. It belongs to you. And as much as you can, suck up what you can, because we really want to put Atomy in the position that it deserves to be in this wide, vast United States of America and beyond. So thanks for
Definitely.
sharing. Is there anyone else? All right.
So,
Can
Mr.
we
Before we go, Mr. CJ, I just sent you the video I just played. Can
yes.
you put, you're using your phone?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you post the link in the chat for me, please?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the chat. You mean the Momentum Morning?
No, not on the chat here on Zoom.
It's there right now. I'm looking at it.
No, it's not correct because I have a capital H. So if you could copy and paste it in the chat for me,
Okay.
the link I
All
just
right.
sent you.
Will
Okay,
do. Will do.
so we can go ahead and do our company motto. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'll go to the count of three, and then we all just unmute and declare the motto. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Cherish
Cherish the
Church the
spirit,
spirit,
Create
create
the
create
create
the
the
vision,
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 follow
follow the
follow
follow the
faith,
the
faith,
faith,
and
serve
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 in
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 humility,
humanity.
humility.
Aja.
Aja,
Aja,
aja.
Aja.
Yay.
Thank
Okay.
you. All right. So let me just spend a few minutes talking about wellness this morning. We need to talk about it. It's not just a mere yada, yada, yada. We are here on a mission. And so, my question, and I'm going to ask for some interaction this morning: what is wellness? I invite all of us to participate in a brief conversation. Let's talk about wellness. So, the mic is open. What is wellness? And there'll be no wrong answers. So don't you worry. There are no wrong answers. Every answer is an answer. So let's talk about it. What is wellness?
This is short.
Go ahead, Shirley.
Go ahead.
To me, wellness is being in the right state of mind. If you're in the right state of mind, then you can take care of your body, the whole man,
Mhm.
as well as others around you.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
I was going to say that, Shirley.
Yeah, right.
Good morning.
Okay.
Wellness, I agree with Shori. Wellness is having peace of mind, your spirit, and your body, having balance, having homeostasis, and just having that innocence that all is well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. All right. All
They
right.
both said it, the whole mental, physical, spiritual, the whole entire aspect of it is not just one area. It's the complete, your mental state, your physical state, your spiritual state, having that joy, exercising, eating right, even with what Dr. Monroe said, the people you hang around, how they
Yes.
affect your well-being, because that comes into play as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
Yeah, to me,
go ahead.
wellness is a complete fitness of
Yeah.
us
Mm-hmm.
being mentally,
Yes.
physically, and
Mhm.
emotionally. And
Yeah.
all the olives, according to Miss Novlet.
All right. All right. All right.
Uh,
All
Um,
of you. Yes. Wonderful.
I am
Finally.
Gary. I'm Gary. I would say wellness is the state of well-being of body and mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay.
I want to add, and wellness is having the right outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
Always look
Yeah.
on the right side of life. The cup is half full rather than half empty, because the state of your mind, if you just look at the negative, that makes you sick even in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Always look on the bright side of life. Wellness.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Marie? I think that I think we've pretty much nailed it. I believe if I were to give a prize this morning, which I won't, I think now that kind of did an all-encompassing wraparound. But we're all correct. Wellness is it's multi-dimensional, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, environmental, social. The people we hang out with, the words we speak, the air we breathe, the water we drink, our state of mind, our emotional state, our psychological state. And one of the things I love about the Atomy product lineup, with the exception of the environmental situation, which we have no control over, we will have to, in the most intentional way, be aware of what's happening in our homes, in the house, the water we're drinking, our filtration system, what filters the air we're breathing. The other day, and we were talking about earthing, which very few of us know about. A minute to extract ourselves away from all that plastic water bottles, plastic plates, plastic slipperies, plastic clothing.
I was
And
just about to add the plastic clothing.
yes, now that, whew, and to just go barefooted sometimes, oh, I better stop. But this is wonderful. Um, I did this morning, Knowledge, just to bring us away from the traditional thinking that wellness is supplementation. Oh, it's so much more than that. And
Mhm.
by the way, you did something about 2 weeks ago now. I think that perhaps might have just passed over a lot of heads. You were zeroing zeroing in on the detergent that we're using to wash our clothes. I believe you might have well, beyond what you shared, I did a deep dive on the YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and they specifically highlighted some detergents that are
Oh,
harmful.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
believe I saw Arm and Hammer,
The top
and
brand.
yeah, which is harmful. It leaves the residual toxicity in our clothes. Then, not to mention the toothpaste, that fluoride stuff.
Mhm.
I'm just realizing now that the toothpaste, the fluoride, is a derivative of aluminum.
Mhm.
It's related, and of course, aluminum is also about that cancer.
But not just
So,
cancer. A lot of the Alzheimer's patients, when they test them after,
uh,
they find
right,
out aluminum in their brain.
right. And then we talk about the the 5G technology, that radiation, that guys, we have the TV in our rooms, and we have the phone beside us on the nightstand. No, 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 no. Don't do that. So again, as we talk about wellness, let's so be mindful. It's what we are eating, what we're drinking, the air we're breathing, the clothes we're wearing, our associations, how we are thinking, how we even drinking the water. Do you know it's a good thing to be mindful as to how we drink water and how we drink water and when we drink water? It's a big deal. So I thank you all for pausing with me, pausing for the cause, to think about it. We are privileged to come into your space morning after morning after morning to raise the level of consciousness as it relates to wellness. So now that I'm looking forward to, I don't know if we can do it this morning, but I really so much want to hear what Miles have to say. I'm urging everyone to grab this video that we're playing, and we played one on Friday. Do these 3 things, or do this for 3 days, and it will change your life. And we all need to do that detoxing. As a matter of fact, if you are now in the month of April and you have not done your detoxing, cleaning your gut health, your colon cleanse, your green juices, and all the rest of that good stuff, it's high time. Because if the gut health is not right, then your mind can't be right. You're not thinking right. You're not seeing right. The clarity of thought, all that brain fog needs to be gone. We need to be in high production this year. Yeah. So I invite everyone to get about doing your mental checkup, your emotional checkup, your colonic checkup, even your financial checkup. Oh, we skipped over that one, that your financial state is
Oh,
indeed
yeah.
a part of
Mhm.
your wellness. So like I said, wellness is so multidimensional. So I had 6 days where I totally overlooked the
Your
financial.
area.
You see, and it keeps expanding now. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I love Momentum Mornings now. I really, really do. And I thank you again for what you do, and for Nick, and for everyone as you step up and you pour out from your inner self. I tell you, we applaud it and we appreciate it.
Okay.
So now
So Mr. Benjamin Davis, he said, excellent. Take care of your health. Listen to others who are there to help you. Gratitude, gratefulness. Be what God has given you, and take the right products. That's his feedback.
I wonder, is I've never seen Benjamin Davis on the call before. Is he
I
new?
think it's my first time seeing him, I
Yeah,
believe.
let's hear from Mr. Benjamin this morning.
Maybe he can't really come forward where he's at, but he did chime in by putting it in the chat.
If you can unmute, yeah, we
So
just
welcome.
welcome you, Benjamin, and everyone on the call this morning. So it's 10:34 now, so let me just decrease and allow
Yeah,
you to increase.
we will continue the video tomorrow from where it stopped, and then I will continue. I'm still waiting for you to post it in the chat, Mr. CJ, so they can get it. Just copy and paste it into the chat, please. Yeah. So I know we like to talk about hemoheme, so I figured I will start the week off with it today, because there's always new individuals that, want to find out about hemoheme. So I have a short video that I like to send out. Where is my, yes, here you go. And I use this video a lot. Every single individual that I'm sharing hemoheme with, I send this video. We've posted it several times in the chat, so I'm assuming everyone should have it if you are not new. So let's play this very short, and then we can go into it. Oh, let me share my screen again. Oh, Mr. Benjamin is from Seattle. So welcome. So
hi, today we're going to talk about hemoheme, the U.S. patents that it holds, and go through some studies on the health benefits. Hemoheme can benefit people's health in a variety of ways, as you can see here, and the studies that we'll look at a little bit later will talk about many of these. Hemoheme was developed by the South Korean government to aid the immune systems and general health of their nuclear scientists who are being exposed to a lot of radiation. Radiation is one of the things that can have a very detrimental effect on your immune system. And these are the proprietary ingredients that hemoheme is made up of. And what these ingredients do is they help to activate natural killer or NK cells. These are the cells that go out and directly destroy the harmful cells and pathogens in the body. It activates your other immune cells and creates cytokine, which helps regulate the immune response. There's a list of patents here from different countries in the world, but if you take a look at the one on the bottom there for the USA and that number and punch it into the Patent Office website, you will be able to pull up all the patent information about HemoHim as well as the what it's used for. And there's some highlights of them here just displayed that you can dig into at the Patent Office itself. But the main things here to look at here are how it helps with the immune system. It activates the B cells. These are the white blood cells and produce proteins called antibodies that bind selectively to antigens. Finally, HemoHim also activates your T cells, another white blood cell. These ones recognize antigens and substances that prompt an immune response.
Inside all of us lurks a serial killer. A killer whose primary function is to kill and then kill again. These are cytotoxic T cells, a specialized member of our white blood cells. They patrol our bodies, identifying and destroying virally infected and cancer cells. And they do so with remarkable precision and efficiency. There are about 5 million T cells in a teaspoon of our blood, engaged in the ferocious and unrelenting battle to keep us healthy. These amorphous blobs move around quite rapidly, pushing out their leading edge and probing their environment as they go. When a cytotoxic T cell finds a cancer cell, membrane protrusions rapidly explore the surface of the cell, checking for the telltale signs of cancer. They kill their targets using poisonous proteins visible here in red. These cytotoxic granules move down special pathways in the cell called microtubules to the interface between the T cell and the cancer cell. The T cell punctures the surface of the cancer cell and delivers its deadly cytotoxins. This is very important in our bodies, where cells are packed together, as it focuses the lethal hit on the target and minimizes collateral damage to the neighboring healthy cells. The fate of the cancer cell is sealed. The T cell then moves on, hungry to find another victim.
Now, if you go to the National Library of Medicine, located at pubmed.gov, the address is located in the upper left. Type in the word HemoHim. There will be 16 results of different studies that have been done on HemoHim on a variety of things that we're all going to go through here in a moment. Now, I'm going to give a quick summary of each of the studies, but feel free to pause the screen if you want to read a little bit more information, or if you really want to get a lot of information, this is where you're going to want to go. So with that, let's take a look at the first study here briefly. This is a study done that shows the potential to treat pulmonary inflammatory diseases such as COPD. These are things that are becoming more and more prevalent in society. Usually they require people to have like a CPAP machine and other medications to help them breathe properly. Another one is a study on how it can mediate dendritic cells. This helps with your immune response. Another cell, again, that modulates immune cell activity and cytokine secretion. So again, that's helping to boost the immune system's effectiveness. An anti-inflammatory effect. This affects a lot of different types of inflammation that might occur throughout the body. That's pretty prevalent as a result of allergies, diseases, bad diets, things like that. Radiotherapy, chemotherapy, these types of radiation treatments that are used on cancer patients. So just like those South Korean scientists, even though they're treating cancer, it's still it's harmful to the immune system in general. So anything that can help benefit and help sustain the immune system for treatments like these is great. For diabetics, when you think about the pancreatic beta cells, that's what that funny B means, is beta. It's been shown to have the potential to lower glucose and modulate the immune agents there. When we talk about chemotherapy and the anti-tumor effects of what chemotherapy can do, it can also help be beneficial to that and enhance that efficiency. If you or just know somebody that has gastritis or suffers from gastric ulcers, which are very painful, Hemohim has been shown to be a potential candidate to treat that. As we age, as mammals age, just like these mice here, the immune system, you have concern about that, to dig into those details. Intestinal injury can occur following irradiation. So again, this is another, usually you're going to encounter this these days with chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So, anything that can help reduce that intestinal injury helps with the digestive system as a result. Allergic airway inflammation, another one very prevalent with people who have allergies, asthma, especially asthma triggered by allergies. That's all going to cause inflammation within your airways. Makes it difficult to breathe. This one here is going to look at the immune response and how it's going to be regulated better by the use of Hemohim. Another study, this one's on anti-obesity agent and being able to have some treatment in obesity there. That would be a good study to take a look at if that interests you. And finally, another one here where it's beneficial for anti-cancer treatments and to help with reducing adverse effects of those treatments. So definitely another one to take a look at if that interests you as well. So Hemohim itself is only available to the general public through the Atomy online store. There might be some places that are selling it at a marked up price, but the issue with that is it's just resellers, and they may not even have the general product or the genuine product, and they also may not support their sales as Atomy will. So the easiest way to get to Atomy is to get a sponsorship for people like us. There's our contact information up there. We can help you get registered with the free account. That then allows you to log right onto the website or through the app, be able to order Hemohim directly from Atomy. You're always certain that you're going to get the genuine product. You have that money back guarantee, as well as access to a lot of other products that Atomy has available, such as skincare, some foodstuffs, some detergents and soaps and things like that.
So hopefully this video helped you guys somewhat, especially for those who are new in the various areas. Now, one of the things he mentioned, I hope you guys were paying attention. He mentioned that the scientists were having radiation poisoning, right? We are around radiation every day, all day long. We have Wi-Fi in our homes. We're now at 5G. Gosh, a lot of people have microwave. If you have a microwave in your home, I really suggest you go onto Amazon and you buy that radiation detector, because you're radiating yourself every time you turn on that microwave. I got rid of that years ago. I saw someone did the test in a home, and it was a mansion, and they turned that microwave on and went to the furthest room in the house, and that meter was still on red. So guys, if you have a microwave in your home that you are using, not only are you radiating yourself, but once that food goes in the microwave, it changed the consistency of it. Your body does not recognize it as food. And now you're eating something that's also been radiated. So we have so much radiation around us, even our cars, especially, those Tesla cars. Believe it or not, go put one of those machine tester in those cars and see what happens. So for just that alone, every one of us on this call should be on Hemohim, because it protects your body from radiation. every single individual on here should be taking HemoHeme, because every place we go, there's Wi-Fi. It's everywhere. And not to mention those Wi-Fi towers out there as we're driving along, they're out there, they're everywhere. So we all need to be taking HemoHeme every single day. It is an investment in your health. So this video has been posted and posted and posted, and I'm going to post it again today in the groups. I'm not able to post it in here because I logged on as myself today because Nick is on. So let's see if Mr. CJ was able to post the other video. Yes, he did. So we need to be taking it. Also, let me show you something else that he did not mention in the video. Was someone trying to chime in? Okay. So if you go and do your own research, you'll find a lot of other studies that's been done on HemoHeme. So let me share my screen because this is a good one. So it shows here, this is from PubMed, pulmonary issue as well. So it says inhibit reduction in the lung inflammation response. So people with pulmonary issue, it does wonders for them as well. And actually, it was a nurse friend of mine. She's a nurse practitioner. She called me one day and said, Miss Loveland, you didn't tell me that HemoHeme takes care of pulmonary issue, because at the time she was working for a pulmonary doctor. And she's like, oh my God, they're here giving these people all these medication that's not going to help them. And I have this product that I can't share with them because I'll get fired. Guys, do your research. See, go to these websites, nih.gov, and just type in HemoHeme and just look at the different research on it. Make yourself bulletproof so that when you are talking to your people about this product, they can see that it's not a fly-by-night product. It's not something that someone just created and now they're selling it on Amazon or wherever. This product was created for a purpose. It wasn't created for us because it was being sold to the rich for years before it even came to the regular people now. And that's when Atomy got involved and said, hey, if I can do a mass production of your product and you lower the price from $750 to, we're paying $150, I mean, $105 for it now. Think about that. Now they are reaching more people. More people have access to this product thanks to Atomy. We have access to it because I know I wouldn't be paying $750 for it every month because I would not be able to afford it. Now it's affordable for us. So, you know, thank God for this company. Thank God that it was introduced to me, even though at the time I was like, I'm not interested. I don't care. But I am grateful today for all these wonderful products. But HemoHeme, whatever, and I'm going to say this again, whatever the health challenges are, start your people on HemoHeme. You don't need to ask what is for cancer, what is for liver disease, what is for this autoimmune or this or whatever. Whatever it is, start with HemoHeme. This is why it is a standalone product on the website. It stands by itself because of what it does. Starts with detoxification and it goes from there. It enables the body to do what God created your body to do, which is heal itself. Please don't say, oh, I have a product that's going to heal you. HemoHeme enables the body through detoxification, going in, cleaning up the body, removing all the contaminants that, you know, the chronic inflammation, all that acidic buildup and all that stuff we're dealing with, because some people experience metal detox and all that. Just share it, and then you add our wonderful supplement line along with it. But you want to make sure you start your people on HemoHeme first so you can clean that body up before you start pumping all these wonderful supplements into the body, because then the body will be able to receive these after it's clean. But as Mr. CJ said, what's he saying again? You don't put new wine in old skin. I think that's the same. You want to clean it up first, and then you have all these wonderful supplements you put in, and then the body can readily receive it and help to build your body back up. So, yeah. So any question? Or anything anyone wants to chime in on?
Yes,
Miss
Miss
Novlet?
Novlet.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. First I must say that I love the theme song. We are truly Atomians. Thus it shows up in our walks since we walk the walk. Now for the Mr. Monroe's talk speech, let me just give us a summary. I can say without the shadow, beyond the shadow of any doubt, that he's in a class by himself, and he keeps on reminding. Is there echo in the background? Yes. He keeps on encouraging us that we are the keeper of our minds. Our minds are ours. Therefore, we should control them. Otherwise, they will control us. I can vividly remember, and I think Miss Novlet and Mr. CJ will remember as well, the saying that the greatest enemy could be in our houses. I'm going to give a little, share a little experience. However, there is a difference. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a comparison and a contrast. However, there is a little difference between Mr. Miles' expression and mine. It is for Mr. Miles, his expression in his speech, his expression is a fact. There's no doubt about what he says. But in the one that I'm going to share, there are little similarities and a little contrasts. My thing is that possibilities are there that our thing can happen as well as it might not. I'm going to give an experience of mine. And I don't know, but again, Miss Novlet and Mr. CJ must have known about this. There are times when we dream, and some of the things that we dream, they really come true. Because I remember dreaming about a snake. And when I dream about a snake or worm, it's going to be confusion. But then I was looking outside of my house. Never knew that it was inside. But it happens. So then, I don't know if you see the contrast and the similarities, but it's there. This is another of Mr. Miles' motivational speech. And I cannot overemphasize how much he reminds us that our minds are ours, that they are in us. That means we must be aware of the fact that we are at the control. I discovered that was rather considerate person. Bear in mind that we need help at times. So he paved the way for us by leaving tools that we can use to help us on this journey called life. It's totally impossible for me to name out the values that he mentioned. So as I said, I've got just a summary. He encouraged us to ensure that the plans that we set are not only set, but they are carried out, they are executed. He further reminded us about the people we surround ourselves with, and the list goes on. Like the famous Bob Marley, Monroe said, "We rule our destinies." So, as a result, we should overcome all adversities by controlling the uncontrolled minds. And in so doing so, we will enhance our abilities to find that pot of gold that lies at the end of the rainbow. Thank you.
Wow.
Well said.
Well said, Miss Sylvia. Well said. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Well
Most
said.
welcome.
Yes.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt, but guys, we're about to go ahead. We got about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap up. But I wanted to jump in here with this particular question this person has on the chat.
That's what I'm
Uh,
about to answer.
Yeah. Just like what Novelet has on the screen right now, we would suggest the Manuka honey for that chemical burn. I'm not too sure if you wanted to add anything additional, Novelet, but yep.
No, I'm gonna leave it at the Manuka honey.
Yep.
And
And
the toothpaste.
huh?
The toothpaste.
Yeah, but I'm
Yes.
gonna stick with the Manuka honey.
Yeah. We'll stick with the Manuka honey for now. Yes. Thank you,
The
guys.
toothpaste is great, but that Manuka honey, see, it's 830 mgl. That's very
Yes.
powerful.
Mhm. Yep.
And I think I heard someone else was about to say something before we go. Let me stop sharing. Did someone else want to add something else to say?
No, I think it was me who was interrupting, but yeah,
Okay.
we all good.
It's
Okay.
no.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I'd like to share what I written from the video this morning. It's
Okay, go
about
ahead.
Go ahead.
food. The part we talk about food for our mind. Food for our mind. I would like to say what we hear, what we read, what we watch, that all feed our mind. And I remember a writer who said it's we are the image of our thought. What we put on our thought, on our mind, is what we are. If we hear bad thing, we read bad thing, and we watch bad thing, we will become bad people, a bad person, bad people. That's why we have to take advantage of this video to think positively, to watch, to go with positive person. That's why every morning I come to your show, because I would like to become a new person, a person who think positively, a person who is better than before. And I think it says in the Bible, on Proverbs 23, if I'm not wrong, whatever a man think in his heart, that is what it is. The person is, right? If you think good thing, you are a good person. But what you think is what you see around you every day. What you are is the person you go with, you hang out with, you associate with. So I am here because I have something positive from you. I would like to thank you so much for what you are doing for us. Thank you so very much. That's all.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for that feedback. It's nice to
Yes.
hear the feedback. Now,
Yes.
I know someone said they couldn't get the video, so Mr. CJ, post the link again. Did you get it? That's
I posted it already.
okay.
A
So
second time.
yeah. So were you able to get it?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
got it.
Wonderful. And guys, once you start clicking on these videos on your YouTube channel, a lot more of these videos will start popping up if you like them. Once you hit that like, and I always recommend if you're listening to someone's video, the absolute courtesy would be to like their video since you're listening to it. And once you start liking them, then more of those will pop up in your feed. And then you have
Hey guys, anyone that's asking a question about any chemical burns, please reference to the answer before where we answered it. We want you guys to understand that it doesn't make sense keep repeating the same question over and over. Any kind of chemical burns, we always recommend the Manuka honey. So,
Manuka honey.
yep.
Burn.
So please, guys, don't keep putting the same question in the chat over and over. Different people, please. We don't want to be re-answering the same question over and over. It becomes redundant. So
Okay, so
yep.
quickly before we go, the Manuka honey, burn, any type of wound care that you're doing, those individual that has, you know, that diabetic wound that's never gonna heal, put them on hemoheme and use this Manuka honey and watch the healing process happen. Because that diabetic wound is not healing because the body's so filled with toxicity. So if you have a lot of acid in your body, you're never going to heal. So you want to put that hemoheme in that's going to flush out that acid out of the body. And then you're going to put this Manuka honey on topically and watch the healing happen. I've even seen a lady that you took the hemoheme internally and then put hemoheme on her. She had, what's that? The bed sore. And she healed. So just remember, always address hemoheme if you have things like that. But like on a chemical burn, you want to use this. And also take the hemoheme. It's going to help with the healing quickly from the inside out.
Yep.
So Nick?
Yep, I'm just turning it over to me. Yep, guys, thank you very much for joining us. You're good, all good, Tina. Don't worry about it. You're good. Just wanted to say before I close out, good call, great call. Please join us again tomorrow morning, same time,
You can
same
tell them the
channel.
topic tomorrow.
And then tomorrow is going to be back office training. So I will not be able to do the back office training tomorrow live, but there is something prepared for tomorrow morning. So
you will still have Nick. He took the time to he did the whole thing and recorded for you guys. So please come out and get that back office training because it is needed. If you can master your back office, you're good to go. Yep.
Just make sure I walk with a pen and paper to take some dedicated notes. So everyone, I'm just letting you ahead of time to know, just make sure and grab a pen and paper when you come to the call tomorrow. All right. CJ, do you have anything else before we close out, or we can wrap it up?
I thank you, Nick. You know, always there. You know, we can just count on you, and we don't use pen and paper anymore. We have our Atomy notebooks. Every time we come to the call, we bring along our notebooks.
You should have one that says Atomy only. You really should.
Yes, you really should. Yeah.
Ask Miss Maria. She does that. She's got a big notebook for all the calls. She can go through and tell you this is what happened on Thursday night. This is what they said, blah, blah, blah. She's got her notebook.
Exactly. I have mine too. It just says Atomy on it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up.
Mr. David said thank you, CJ.
Thank you.
So,
Aja.
Thank you, Aja.
See you guys tomorrow.
Black.